Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I was having an awesome conversation with one of our clients the other day, and we were talking about how the growth of technology is exponential. Let's think about it for a second. 25 years ago, in order to figure out what our balances were in our brokerage accounts or as advisors for our clients, we had to call up the custodian and see what the brokerage account balance was. In order for us to place a trade, we had to call the trading desk, and trading costs were $50 per trade. If you think about it also, how we got our news, all of our news was on newspapers or World News Tonight on ABC. And then you fast forward, and that's just 25 years ago we're talking about. 25 years later, now we're able to make trades from our cell phone, which wasn't even around. We're able to get in contact with our advisor or our broker immediately and instantaneously, and we're able to have news sources tell us when news happens on topics that we desire, and it's all pushed straight to this device that is in our pocket or our purse every single day. All of that's happened in just 25 years. And if you look prior to the 25 years, over the 75 years earlier, everything was very similar in the same way. Newspapers, TV was evolved, but it was newspapers from there. And so innovation in technology exponentially increases our ability to solve problems quicker and in a period of time that is unimaginable if we sit here today. Think about it. To solve big problems, it used to take us decades, centuries, lifetimes even, for some of these as well. But now we're able to solve huge problems, whether it's curing a disease or it's enabling us to access our money and our financial situation in different ways. We're able to do so in days, weeks, months, and years, as opposed to decades, lifetimes, and centuries away. And so what does this mean to you as a financial advisor? Well, what it means is that we have to adopt a culture of learning within our financial advisory firms. And the reason that we have to is because if technology is going to continue to grow exponentially or evolve exponentially, then every innovation that happens is going to create another innovation quicker than it took us to get to that first innovation. And if we sit and we wait to take on and adopt new technologies or new innovations or new processes, then us as an advisory firm are going to be left in the dust because the runway of catching up to everybody else that were the early adopters is going to be so far away that we're always going to be playing catch up and we're never going to be able to innovate and be ahead of the game or be able to create the value for our clients. And when you think about technology and innovation and the exponential nature of it, it doesn't mean that we're going to get to the point where the human relationship isn't valuable. Adopting new technologies, adopting new processes, adopting new ways of delivering more value or doing similar tasks that you've been doing but in a more efficient and effective way allows for the human relationship to be even more prevalent with your end clients. Let technology take away the ability or the menial task and allow you to spend more time, build deeper relationships with your clients. Innovation, a culture of learning, a culture of adopting new innovations will allow for you to build a process and a firm around building stronger relationships. That's what innovation is all about. That is what adopting new technology is about. It's not about eliminating humans. It's about eliminating tasks for humans to allow them to spend more time with end clients and building those relationships that are so valuable. So technology, it's going to continue. Will it ever have that kind of end day? Probably, but exponentially it's going to get faster and faster and faster. Just think, 12 years ago we didn't have this thing that I'm recording this video on. Change is going to happen faster and faster. It's up to you as a leader or a visionary in a firm to adopt it and create that culture of learning. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about innovation, exponential innovation within technology.